Okay, so don't laugh. This is the short video that I created for you just to sort of give you a visual of what was going on in my head. If you see at the corner of your house, I have what is called a service berry, and it's a multi-stem small tree. It doesn't get very large, and with this perspective from your patio, because the perspective leading to the houses are larger, so I figured that the multi-stem service berry would provide enough coverage within that distance. Ignore all the little shrub stuff because I just put that in just to, brighten up give it some color, which you could eventually, I guess, do to your lawn, but I'm more focused on the larger stuff, obviously. 5 arborvitae. The next slide, I'm not sure if it's going to work for you. I put in some links for this video so you can take a look at the shrubs and the trees that I would probably recommend for your backyard. Anyway, these are called 5 arborvitae. They're very thin and they're very tall, and people usually use these type of trees to provide that privacy and provide that fence. So I would get about 5 or 7 and not exactly put them in a straight line, which people usually do. I would clump them a little bit to give you sort of that natural look instead of the formal straight line type that goes along with your sidewalk. And don't be alarmed and don't laugh, even though I do show these in the picture, being close to that little tree back there. It obviously would be different once it comes to actually planting them, because the size and the perspective of this drawing is probably really off. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go to the next slide. So this slide right here, I'm not sure if you can access it or move it or not, but it just shows different types of service berries and the multi-stems and the types of flowers that it can get. It can also get berries, hence service berry. And these are the hedges that people usually get for the arborvitae. I know the first pictures right here, those are actually cedars. Those are not arborvitae. Arborvitaes get taller. Okay, so from the diagonal view, your perspective on these houses is getting more distance between that and the patio. So of course, whatever we select is probably going to get a little bit smaller. An evergreen tree, which are your spruces and your pines and stuff like that, I would probably get 1 or 3 of them placed in that corner over there to give you your privacy. And always note that you want to plant stuff in odd numbers. It's just a design aspect. I can explain that to you if you really want to know. This hedge right here at the very back of your yard, I'm going to go ahead and go to the next picture and explain to you then. Here's the actual site that shows you some evergreen shrubs and trees, just to give you an idea. Okay, so evergreen means that they will, I'm not sure if you know what it means, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it anyway. Evergreen is when it stays green all year long. It doesn't lose its needles, it doesn't lose its leaves, and it provides that 100% always, type privacy. However, this hedge right here that I say shrubs from the previous picture, the only shrub that is an evergreen from that list that I gave you on the previous picture were the yews. Those are your typical shrubs. The viburnum, lilac, or burning bush are a typical hedge. However, they're not evergreen. They're deciduous, and what that means is they are a woody plant and they will eventually lose their leaves. So the lilacs, you should know, get the flowers, and they're very fragrant. Okay. They last about 2 weeks, I think, for the fragrance. Viburnum, they also get flowers, depending on what type you get, will depend on when they bloom. But they are very fast growing and will provide you that big hedge, in like within 3 years. Same with the lilacs and the burning bush. And of course, if you're not familiar with the burning bush turn red in the fall, bright red, so that might be pretty awesome for you if you choose to go with the deciduous woody plant instead of the evergreen. And last but not least, I would recommend and just an actual regular tree in that corner. Not an evergreen tree, because with your neighbor's fence, I know the evergreen from the base would probably grow into that fence, and being a landscaper, it provides some problems, and I don't really recommend doing that. I can keep going on and on and on, but I want to end this video. So a Bradford pear doesn't get as wide as like your typical maple or oak or something like that, or even a crabtree. It remains low. It gives you those low branches to sort of provide the privacy. Okay? Anyway, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, or you want to tell me how stupid this video is, just text me. Okay? Ciao.